What's up, everyone? It's your girl Brainy Shanae, and today I'll be sharing with you my September TBRs, so please stay tuned. And I am back, and also if you're new to my channel, welcome. If not, welcome back. So like I said before, I'll be sharing with you my September TBR. And so the first book that I'm going to be, or one of the books I'll be reading in September is one of my membership book club picks, and that is The Sword of Kaigen, and this is a Theanite war story by M.L. Wang. It says, better to die sharp in war than rust through a time of peace. So I love this cover, by the way, so I'm definitely looking forward to reading this. I've heard a lot of great things about it. I know Bethany from Beautifully Bookish Bethany have read it. I know a lot of people that have read it and they loved it, so why not give this a try? And so for the synopsis, it says, on a mountainside at the edge of the Kaigenese Empire lived the most powerful fighters in the world, warriors capable of raising the sea and wielding blades of ice. For centuries, the fighters of the Kusanagi Peninsula have held the Empire's enemies at bay, earning their treacherous spit of land the name the Sword of Kaigen. Born into Kusanagi's sorry if I'm saying that wrong, I'm sorry, legendary Masuda family, 14-year-old Mamoru has always known his purpose, to master his family's fighting techniques and defend his homeland. But when an outsider arrives and pulls back the curtain on Kaigen's alleged age of peace, Mamoru realizes that he might not have much time before he has to become the fighter he was bred to be. Even worse, the empire he was born to defend might stand on a foundation of lies. Masaki told herself that she left the passions of her youth behind when she married into the Masada house. Determined to be a good housewife and mother, she hid away her sword, along with everything from her days as a fighter in a faraway country. But with her son asking questions about the outside world, the threat of invasion looming on the horizon, and her frigid husband grating on her nerves, Misaki finds the fighter in her clawing its way back to the surface. It says, when the winds of war reach their peninsula, will the Masuda family have the strength to defend their empire, or will they tear each other apart before the true enemies ever reach their shores? So I'm definitely looking forward to reading this. This sounds really, really interesting, really, really good. This sounds something that I would read, and I look forward to reading this for all my members on my channel. If you want to be a member, definitely go to my channel and hit join, and you could choose to be either a Ray Bear or Origin. Either way, you'll still be part of this of the book club pick and the discussions, live discussions as well. But yeah, this is the book that we're going to be reading in September, and I'm looking forward to this. Next book, which I cannot wait to read, this comes out sometime this month, and that is How to Succeed in Witchcraft by Aslan Brophy. This looks really good. I love the cover. I don't know nothing about it, but I'm looking forward to reading this. And for the synopsis, it says, Shay Johnson has all the makings of a successful witch. As a junior at T.K. Anderson Magical Magnet School, she's determined to win the Brockton Scholarship, her ticket into the university of her dreams. Her competition? Anna freaking Alvarez. The key to victory? Impressing Mr. B, drama teacher and head of the scholarship committee. When Mr. B asks Shay to star in this year's aggressively inclusive musical, she rarely agrees, even though she'll have to put up with Anna playing the other lead. But in rehearsals, Shay realizes Anna is not the despicable witch she thought. Perhaps she could be a friend or more, and Shay could use someone in her corner once she becomes the target of Mr. B's unwanted attention. When Shay learns she's not the first witch to experience his inappropriate behavior, she must decide if she'll come forward. But can she speak out when her future's on the line? An unforgettable debut, How to Succeed in Witchcraft, conjures up searing social commentary, delightfully awkward high school theater, and magical proclamations of love. So yeah, cannot wait to read this. It sounds really good. If you have already read this, let me know down in the comment section what you thought of it and your rating. But yeah, this sounds like a great book to read, and I look forward to reading this. Next one is a manga. Now, Don't let Bree tell you that she kept begging me to read this. You know, don't let her keep saying that she begged on her knees. Don't let her do it. There was not a lot of begging, you know, not a lot of begging involved. Anyways, I'll be reading volume 1 and volume 2 of Monster by Naki Urasawa. And I really hope I like this. Like, I'm just now getting into manga thanks to Bree from Lock Petition and Ashley from the Bookish Realm, because they provide the great recs. So, gotta give credit when it's due. I'll be reading volume 1 and volume 2. This is from my library, so I'm waiting for volume 2 to come in so that way I can just read them both together. But yeah, cannot wait to read this. Looks really good. My first in mangas, so definitely cannot wait. So I'll be reading, like I said, volume 1 and volume 2 of Monster. Next book, which I'm going to be reading and providing a book review for, and I'm currently reading it now, and that is Delphine and the Dark Thread by Alyssa Moon. This is the second book. The first book was Delphine and the Silver Needle, and this is the second one in the series, and I'm looking forward to this. Let me go ahead and read the synopsis for this one. So it says, to unravel the legend, continue the conquest. Fresh off the heels of King Midnight's Rat Army invasion at the Winterberry Ball, Delphine, Alexander, and Cornicone are on the run, making their way through the far reaches of Peltamore. Unlikely allies pop up at every turn, but so do new enemies. While evading the rats hot on their tail, the trio uncovers new clues about the legendary threaded tailor mice, including surprising discoveries about Delphine's magical needle. And as Delphine's powers grow stronger, she realizes she may need to head straight into Midnight's lair and confront the villain herself. Will Delphine solve the mystery of the threaded and save the kingdom from the nefarious Rat King before it's too late? This sequel to Delphine and the Silver Needle delivers action, adventure, and magic in the most unexpected places. And this is located in the land of Cinderella. So, you know, there's the first book, there's little snippets and scenes from where we meet Cinderella, and she's at the palace and she's running away and she leaves us, you know, a glass slipper and stuff like that. But this is happening, so that's happening behind the scenes. We're mostly dealing with Delphine, but that's just little snippets. So we're in the world of Cinderella. I'm loving it so far, don't get me wrong. So I should be finishing this up later this week and can't wait to give you my review about it. So stay tuned for that. Next book is part of the Brandon Sanderson read-along that me and Bree are doing, that we have been doing for this entire year. We're getting very close to finishing the Cosmo World, sort of. You know, Brandon Sanderson is always coming out with new books and whatnot, especially with his secret project, which me and her backed him for that. So we're going to get more books from him later on next year, so I'm looking forward to that. But we're going to be reading the first book in the Stormlight Archives, and that is The Way of Kings. This is book 1. And it's so thick. It is a chunker, but I'm all for it. I'm here for it. I've been loving Brandon Sanderson so far this year, and the world, like, for it to be for the Stormlight Archives, these are huge chunky books, so you know the world building is gonna be crazy. But let me read the synopsis for this one. So it says, widely acclaimed for his work completing Robert Jordan's Wheel of Time saga, Brandon Sanderson now begins a grand cycle of his own, one every bit as ambitious and immersive. Rashar is a world of stone and storms. Uncanny tempests of incredible power sweep across the rocky terrain so frequently that they have shaped ecology and civilization alike. Animals hide in shells, trees pull in branches, and grass retracts into the soilless ground. Cities are built only where the topography offers shelter. It has been centuries since the fall of the 10 consecrated orders known as the Knights Radiant, but their shard blades and shard plate remain, mystical swords and suits of armor that transform ordinary men into near invincible warriors. Men trade kingdoms for shard blades. Wars are fought for them and won by them. One such war rages on a ruined landscape called the Shattered Plains. There, Kaladin, who traded his medical apprenticeship for a spear to protect his little brother, has been reduced to slavery. In a war that makes no sense, where 10 armies fight separately against a single foe, he struggles to save his men and to fathom the leaders who consider them expendable. Bright Lord Dalinar Cullen commands one of those other armies. Like his brother, the late king, he is fascinated by an ancient text called the Way of Kings. Troubled by overpowering visions of ancient times and the night's radiant, he has begun to doubt his own sanity. Across the ocean, an untried young woman named Shalin seeks to train under the eminent scholar and notorious heretic Jasna Kholin, Dalinar's niece. Though she genuinely loves learning, Shalin's motives are less than pure. As she plans a daring theft, her research for Jasna hints at secrets of the Night's Radiant and the true cause of the war. The result of more than 10 years of planning, writing, and world building, The Way of Kings is but the opening movement of the Stormlight Archive, a bold masterpiece in the making. Speak again the ancient oaths. Life before death, strength before weakness, journey before destination, and return to men the shards they once bore. The Night Radiant must stand again. So yeah, I'm looking forward to reading this book. And this book is like Bible pages, so they are super thin, so I have to be very delicate when be careful when I read this, because I do not want to tear the pages. But I'm looking forward to reading this. There's literally like, let's see how long this book is. I know it's crazy. This is probably gonna be one of the longest books I read this year. It's 1001 pages long. But that's fine. That's fine. I'm also going to be hybrid reading it. I'm going to be reading it. I'm be reading a physical copy and listening to the audiobook. So that should help a little bit, it helped me out just to get through it. But yeah, this will be the biggest book that I've read this year so far. I think in the second and third book, the books get bigger. So, it is what it is. But yeah, looking forward to reading this for the Brandon Sanderson read along. So it's going to be fun. We're going to have fun time with this. Next book, I'm going to be reading Dune by Frank Herbert. I watched the movie before I read the book. So what I'm doing now is I'm going to read the book, then watch the movie again and see how I feel about it. Like, I love the movie, but now I want to get the gist of it all. I want to get more information about this world. I feel like in the movie, of course, they dumbed down a few things. So I want to get into this world, more into it, know more about it, know more about the people and the world. So we have this, and for the synopsis, it says, set on the desert planet Arrakis, Dune is the story of the boy Paul Atreides, heir to a noble family tasked with ruling an inhospitable world where the only thing of value is the spice melange, a drug capable of extending life and enhancing consciousness. Coveted across the known universe, melange is a prize worth killing for. When House Atreides is betrayed, the destruction of Paul's family will set the boy on a journey toward a destiny greater than he could ever have imagined. And as he evolves into the mysterious man known as Muad'Dib, he will bring to fruition humankind's most ancient and unattainable dream. So yeah, definitely look forward to reading this. Ignore the sticker. I still got to get my dryer and take this off. I cannot believe they did that. It blows my mind. Anyway, trying to get past it. I definitely cannot wait to read this. I know a couple people who especially have been in my reading sprints are wanting to read this as well. So who knows, maybe if they want, can have a little discussion about it after we read it. Who knows, but I look forward to reading this, definitely hopping into this world. And I do know that the second and third book is coming out with a special edition as well next year. So of course, y'all already know I pre-ordered it. So we have this one. I have two more books, two more. Next one is Blood Like Fate by Liselle Sambury. I love the first book. It's somewhere hidden. Oh, it's right here. Blood Like Magic is right here. And now we're reading Blood Like Fate. This is the sequel. And I look forward to this. Oh, so much. So let's go ahead and read the synopsis for this one. So it says, Voya Thomas may have passed her calling to become a full-fledged witch, but the cost was higher than she'd ever imagined. Her grandmother is gone, her cousin hates her, and her family doesn't believe that she has what it takes to lead them. What's more, Voya can't let go of her feelings for Luke, sponsor son of the genius billionaire Justin Tremblay, the man that Luke believes Voya killed. Consequently, Luke wants nothing to do with her. Even her own ancestors seem to have lost faith in her. Every day, Voya begs for their guidance, but her calls go unanswered. As Voya struggles to convince everyone, herself included, that she can be a good matriarch, she has a vision of a terrifying, deadly future. A vision that would spell the end of the Toronto witches. With a newfound sense of purpose, Voya must do whatever it takes to bring her shattered community together and stop what's coming for them before it's too late. Even if it means taking down the boy she loves, who might be the mastermind behind the coming devastation. Oh, it sounds so good. And, you know, when it comes to her cousin, I'd be mad at her too. Shit. She done yeah, like, yeah, I get the decisions that Voya made, but dang, her cousin though, yeah, dang, that it sucked for her cousin. It really did. But I look forward to reading this. Sounds amazing. First book was amazing. I only expect great things. So cannot wait to read this. And last but not least, I'm going to be reading Saga Book 2. And of course, here is Hazel. But I look forward to reading this. I love book 1, so I know I'm going to love book 2. I know a lot of people that have read Saga. I know Erica from The Broken Spine, Ashley from Books Realm, Bree from Petition. There's been a whole bunch of people that have read this, and I want to get on it. I want to know what's so great about it. And I love book 1, and I'm excited for this. And I just love the cover. And I had to get the books because the covers of the books, beautiful. They're great, well done. But yeah, like the graphics in this one, I cannot wait. I cannot wait to get more into the world about Marco. Is it Elena or Alana? I'm gonna just say Alana and Hazel and stuff like that. Her grandmother. Like, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to this world. So I cannot wait to read this in September. But that is it. These are all the freaking books that I'm going to be reading in September, and a lot of them are chunky, a lot of them are small, but I'm excited. I'm really excited about each and every one of these books. They both sound great, and I'm putting it into existence that it's going to be nothing but a great reading month. But here are all the books I'll be reading in September. I really hope you enjoyed my September TBR. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please, please, please give me a thumbs up. Also, hit that subscribe button and that bell to be notified when I upload more videos in the future. But thank you so much for watching, everyone. And please stay healthy and stay safe. See ya.